Hi Cancer, welcome to May. You're reading for May. What kind of energy have you been in? Let's see. Angels, tell me. What do you want to tell my Cancers right now? Eight of Pentacles. You've been putting in a lot of work toward a certain goal. And it's long and slow, but lots of work has gone into it. Let's see. Tell me about the Eight of Pentacles. Why is that the first card we're starting with? What is the work going into? Oh. Hang on. We have the Page of Cups. The energy has gone into a possible new start or a new connection. Oh boy. You've been healing from something going on with the Six of Cups is an old soul energy and a really deep connection. You've been in a lot of nostalgia, but I think in a healing way and ready for this new cups, the Page of Cups, which is exciting, and it's a new spark, and it could be something creative, someone who's creative, someone who is even artistic, or it's a really fun energy. It's a good energy, but stable, emotional. Maybe someone has come and offered you something, or you're looking to offer it to someone else, to give a small offer of some kind towards something new. Yeah, you got the Seven of Pentacles. You've been planting these seeds for a long time. You are trying to get a wish fulfilled. The star is that wish fulfillment. You've been trying to get a wish fulfilled for a long time now, Cancer. This is something you've been real focused on. Laser sharp focus. Seven of Pentacles and Eight of Pentacles together. That means very willing to put in the work. Yeah. And you're healing the throat chakra. You are wanting to say something really loud and clear, and you are the Queen of Swords has no time for games. She's meticulous. She is strong. She knows what she wants, and she's ready to say it. You don't have to like what you're going to hear, or that person doesn't have to like what you're going to hear, or I don't know. It's whatever it is that you need to say, you're ready to say it. You are done with... Yeah, Page of Wands. You're done with immature energy. You're done with... this is normally a good new spark. You're almost ready to go on a trip. But I think in this sense, it's almost like when it landed on top of the Queen of Swords, I feel like you're ready to walk along and just keep moving. If you say what you have to say, and if it's not received well, I think you're just ready to move it along. You've got that Seven of Pentacles and the star is 17 right next to each other. So that could be significant too. Maybe by July, by around, your birthday time, could be significant changes. Maybe by the 7th. Let's see. Okay. I thought I saw one flip, but maybe not. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, the way this comes out, first, I think you were feeling not heard. You were feeling a lot of despair about this situation that you were putting a lot of work in. And you got that Page of Cups again. When I get repeated cards, I feel like maybe this other person is in a similar energy as you. Either that or you really need to hear the message. I think in this case, when it's in between these two, I feel like this person is looking at you with that Empress energy. That's the energy that you embody, that you hold, that you're in, and that person is wanting to come forward and tell you that they feel that way. But I don't know if there's some sort of a block here. I think you've been waiting to hear it. I feel like you know what this person is feeling. But again, I think with that energy before of the Queen of Swords, I think if it's you're unhappy, with the stagnation of what's happening in front of you, and there is an offer coming, or you're ready to give that offer out of nowhere, and you want to just kind of take what you've got and go off with it, and go into the happier waters with it. But is this other person ready? Let's see. Oh, hey. That should have been put away with that after the last read. Let's see. What do my Cancers need to know about this other person's energy? Where is this other person's headspace right now? Oh, they're going through it. They are going through something big. Something is shifting for them where they're going to hear what you have to say, whether they like it or not, whether they're ready for it or not. I think you're ready, and I think it's going to be a huge tower moment for this person when you finally just kind of unleash. The tower is kind of written in the stars. It's destined to bring change, but with change comes new and rebirth and exciting stuff. Yeah, it'll bring balance. I think you will feel more balanced. I think they need to hear it as much as you need to say it. That's the Six of Pentacles. You have that Six of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. But I don't even get as much of a money feel here. I feel like money is fine, and it seems like it's pretty okay, but I feel like it almost has a lot to do with your healing and this connection that you feel. I think it was that kind of work, like the long haul, like emotionally. Yeah, and the world. I feel like you are deserving of the world at this point. So I think the only way to get to that completion, because the world is the end of the major arcana, so that tells me that that's a whole completed cycle. You want the world, and you know that the only way to get there is to end it, and the old patterns. Seven of Cups. There are a lot of ways you can go about this, and you've contemplated 4,000 different ways, whether it means you wrote down 500 letters that you want to send and didn't send them, or you imagined 50 different scenarios. You thought up of 500 different ways of that you can ask this person out on a first date, or and you're trying to make it all make sense in your head as far as how to approach this conversation. Yeah, I think you've been fighting in your own mind about how to end the old patterns and bring that new birth. Remember I was just saying before about rebirth, and that's when death came up. Death is all about rebirth for me, because what comes after death of anything is something new, a new beginning, a new whatever. So that coming out with the Five of Swords means there was a lot of fighting energy, almost within you. I don't feel a fighting between you and this person. I feel a fighting with yourself of how to go about the next steps of it, because I feel like you feel like you've invested so much that emotionally that you don't know how to walk away. You're a lot more of an emotional sign than people give you credit for, because you like to kind of go in your show when you need to. That I think people don't realize that sometimes that comes from pain. Yeah, Two of Pentacles. I think you've been juggling this back and forth, and it feels like it's never ending. It's almost like you just keep juggling the same mental. It's over and over, and it's maybe it's time to drop one of those old balls, the old patterns. Yeah, Knight of Wands. Maybe you need excitement and fun. Maybe go out, take your mind off of things. The Knight of Wands is getting ready for exciting things and exciting news, and so maybe you need to kind of change it up a little bit. Maybe you've been a little bit stuck and stagnant in your energy, and it's time to just kind of go out, enjoy. I mean, spring is here in a lot of places, or Got here in Florida, it's like summer already. I think it was like 95 today. So I think just go out, maybe have fun, take your mind off of it a little bit, and maybe the clarity will come. Maybe you've been too laser sharp focused that it's taking away from everything else. Yeah. You keep thinking about this love over and over and over, but this is Seven of Swords means you'll win at any cost, no matter who gets stomped on in the process. But you have to be careful of that, because that's not a good energy. I'd rather you sit in the Emperor energy, where you just sit back and and you're patient, and you know that what is meant to be yours will be, because this could have a really good solid foundation. That's that 1111 card, and soulmates and all that kind of good stuff. You had that Six of Cups earlier, which is also an old soul energy. So you feel very connected to this person, and that's okay. But just watch who you have to cross to get to the that final goal and the finish line. Stay in that more of the Emperor energy, the knowing, the understanding of that you are strong, you're stable, you can get it accomplished if you put the work in that you've been putting, but with grace, not with ego. Yeah, this has been a lot for you. You've been carrying this burden for a long, long time. And I think that, the Emperor is strong, but everybody kind of cracks after a while. Yeah, you keep feeling like it's that despair energy. You had it before too. See, that's what I mean. And I think that person feels it too. You've had a lot of, similar cards come out in each of the decks. And I think it's time to let go of that energy, that it's never going to happen, because when it's finally going to happen is when you stop the obsession. Because the more you keep thinking it's never going to happen, guess what? It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. So you will figure out a way to sabotage it, or you'll figure out a way to be in the wrong energy to receive it. Tell me. Clarify that Five of Pentacles. How do we shift that energy? Because fives can be changes too. So what we want to do is we want to shift that energy, that feeling of that you didn't get what you wanted. And how do we get to a good space? Okay. Let's see. How do we get to the good space? Yeah. You rest and you heal, and you let go of that heartbreak energy over it, and you start to recover and recuperate and look at the positives. And it's okay to take some time for you. Maybe this is the card of being a little bit selfish right now, to take the time to rest, to relax, to make it make sense before you go off and do what it is that you want to do. Don't be impulsive. Look at every option carefully and really make it all make sense. Because that Seven of Wands is there again, where it's excitable, but it's also, you are setting up, you have to set boundaries even for yourself, I think, right now. Because it comes out with that Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups was out before too. It's that unexpected offer. So maybe be careful about how hastily you approach that, offering someone something, or if they offer you something that you're not ready for, or just stop and think about it. Because while it may have come out of nowhere and it may seem all bright and shiny, just be careful. And you have to be careful about presenting it that way too, because if that person is not ready to receive it, sometimes people are super comfortable with what's in front of them. Even if it's stagnant energy, they have no interest in something coming out of, out to them from left field, because it's not their personality and they can't handle that. So you have to be really careful about the type of energy you approach with. Like I said, you keep reliving something over and over, feeling like you made a mistake in how you handled something, but there are no mistakes. I don't believe in mistakes. I believe that the universe knows things you don't know. They heard conversations you didn't hear. So if you were steered away from something at a certain given time, it's because you were not ready for it. It was not the frequency that was meant that you're in. Where are we? The swords. Yeah, it's there again. That Ten of Swords is a completion of where you feel almost stabbed in the back, like you feel like it didn't go the way you wanted it to go, like you put your heart and soul in and it wasn't received that way. That's because it wasn't supposed to be. Um, let's see. I feel like you keep dwelling on a mistake that you made. But again, I don't believe that there are mistakes. Everything you do leads you to exactly where you are for a reason. Here we go. We have that Four of Swords again. I think that person is in a state of rest and relaxation too, little in the sense of healing, coming out of a negative energy, coming out of maybe a heartbreak, or getting ready for, to come out of that heartbreak energy. I think you've had a lot of energy sort of everywhere today. Now, let's see. What do the star seeds tell us? This is a lot of, I think this has all been weighing very heavy on your mind. And I think it's, like I said, you put so much work in that you're just very confused as to why it didn't go the way you wanted it to go. But I think it's time to trust the universe and know, yeah, the light. You are the light. It's time to reveal your radiant light to the world. You vibe higher than this. So I think what the universe is telling you is trust and be patient. And when you put in the work, it's not because you're even putting it in for somebody else. You have to put it in for you. And put yourself into a different headspace. Stop looking at what you did as a mistake. Look at the opportunity to grow from it, learn from it, become better for it. Because something wasn't working for you, but that's because the universe set up something even better. And I think you're not focused there where you need to be. I think shift your focus and it'll help you if you do want to communicate with this person, if you do want to say what you have to say. I think it's gonna, like I said, I think you're both really in such similar energies. You have so many repeated cards, come out from both, two different decks or even three different decks. And I think it's time. I think both of you are, I think the other person thought that they've put work in too and it wasn't received properly. So maybe there's a lot of miscommunication here. Maybe it's time to have a big conversation that's needed. You had that Seven of Cups in here. There are a lot of choices on how you can handle this. And I think if you keep yourself in that Four of Swords energy just for a little bit so that you can kind of see it all clearly, it's going to make sense. I think by July, I think you really have a very big shift coming. And I think you're ready for it. Sort it out. Stay in that Emperor energy of the knowing, and knowing that you hold power here, and even though there's a lot of emotion, you know how to handle them. You know how to stay in a space that people want to be in, that you want to be in. Vibe higher. Come out of that down energy of feeling where you were left out in the cold. It's past. It's okay. If you were left out in the cold, it's because you had to grow and learn something from it. So, time to put on the big girl panties and keep moving. This is not, you're done with baby games. You're done with, that immature energy. This is time to really focus on what is going to keep you in your highest element, because that's how you're going to draw in all the right things that are meant for you. Have a good May, and I will see you next month. I'm curious to see what comes out of this, because you've been in a very transitory kind of energy, it looks like. Lots of work coming in, not feeling appreciated for it, but at the same time knowing that you're worth more, so it's time to cut through the bullshit and get it done so that you can move on to bigger and better things. I think you have a good few weeks coming. It might feel like a lot of work, but it's going to pay off later on. Let's see how the next few weeks goes, and I'll see you next month. Bye, guys.